It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Will Reichert has it all teed up. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Well, here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Back to the well again. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Back-to-back carries here. That's the first and more inside the 45. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. First down, here's Dak. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. He's got to gain a 6 there. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Dak now from the gun. Cut out left. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Throwing on first is Prescott. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10, Prescott. Oh, he got free. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Again on second and 10, Prescott shakes himself free. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Prescott now on third down. The throw is caught. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Dowdle reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Ty Chandler to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Grabbed by Jordan Addison. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're set up at the 35 now. Darnold now to throw. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Malik Hooker with the tackle. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach third down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Third down, here's Jones. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 47. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive, this one from the opposing 40. Throwing from the gun. Jones reels it in. And he's taken down at the 30.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Going to the ground again on first. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down carry for Jones. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Gotta read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you gotta react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Smith able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return starts from the 16. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They've got first down from the 31. Working from the pistol, Prescott. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They give it to him again. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 3 on that game. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Hits him on the out route, and he's taken down at the 30. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Dak off the play fake. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. This finds Cooks complete. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Prescott here from the gun. Just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11. Aubrey now to kick this one away. It's Brandon Powell with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, Jones gets it. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Throw on 3rd down. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
A quarterback clock, it is so important to play in the position and playing it efficiently. You got to know, you got to have that clock in your head because that's enough time in this league to get rid of the ball. That's a lesson this QB's got to learn.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They're set up at the 35 now. From the gun is Prescott. That's caught. Here's Deuce Vaughn. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Dak throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Another throw for Prescott. He's got it at the 5. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push their lead to 18. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Powell now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Complete out to the right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. They go play action on 1st. Sideline shot is snagged by Hawkinson. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now a give up the middle to Jones. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
The Cowboys offense headed out there. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Dak. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Dak now from the gun. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th?
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys with a 4th and 3. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Gay's kick is good. And that stretches the lead to 21.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Powell now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's on the move. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Darnold to throw. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Working quickly here. To throw, here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the 34. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cowboys are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Second and 6 coming up here. Here's Dak. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. could not beat the defender there. And that brings up 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Now Darnold. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Powell now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Out come the Vikings for the debut possession of our 2nd half. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Malik Hooker with the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 38. Pass is caught by Addison. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's a give to Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Darnold now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. Motion man right is Jefferson. They're going to throw it on third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty. He coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. The Cowboys ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this, couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Plowing up the middle. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
The humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Another throw for Prescott. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the pistol, Prescott. This finds Cooks, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, Prescott. They lift him wide open. It's complete. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Dak throwing again. He's on the move.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Now Prescott. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down. Dak now from the gun. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
So fourth down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Gay's kick is good. And that stretches the lead to 21.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Chandler now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vikings now set to take the field. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Darnold has his man. It's Addison. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
From the 27. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the first down marker.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing here, Darnold. Able to find Hawkinson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Play action on 1st down. Hawkinson reels it in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Darnold. He has the first over the middle, and he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Able to find Jones.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Now a give to Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have it to start the 4th, and given that score, they're going to need points every time out from here on. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here's Darnold to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, here's Jones. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Jones once more. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. It's Jones on the toss. And that will not be enough for a first down. He gets him 7. That brings up 4th down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. Darnold looking to throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Coach's challenge to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The running back gets it on the draw. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll get it up to the 44. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back-to-back carries here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short, so that's 3rd and less than a yard.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is an old school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Dak out of the pistol. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Powell now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Jones reels it in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Has the connection to Jones. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They are throwing it again. Flush down now to his... And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Darnold now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Pushes this one towards the sideline. He's got it, and the feet are in bounds too. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. but that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. From the red zone now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him on the crossing route. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
Darnold. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take second and goal now from the 13. Another try following the sack. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. To throw, here's Darnold. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Looking, and he's going to go down. They get to him on fourth and goal and complete the defensive stand.
Hey, I get it. It's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And even with 3 timeouts left on the other sideline, they have this one wrapped up. We'll see if they even use those timeouts. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he'll go down at the 16-yard line after a decent gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.